Good morning, folks. On a cloudy May day here in the west of Ireland. I'm on another dog walk. Don't even know if I was able to show you the dogs then. I just point to the camera and hope that it picks up. Sometimes I can't even see what the camera is seeing. But that is the unpolished, unedited version or method of how I'm doing these videos. Sometimes I'm tempted to, as they say, start clipping bits together and polishing it up and putting out a nice, glossy, highly edited video. But I don't want to. Are you really seeing the person, who they are, what they mean when you see those little jumps in the video? You know, maybe you are. Maybe you're still getting the essence of what they're all about. I don't know. I just don't feel it for myself. And I'm not going to spend hours and hours of my life sitting down doing all that. I'm not a filmmaker. I'm just a grumpy bloke out walking his dogs. I should probably call this channel Dog Walking with Nick, shouldn't I? But anyway, there you go. And you know what? I'm nearly after forgetting what I wanted to talk about because I started rambling so much. Oh yeah. I suppose I just wanted to touch on the cost of retirement. It's a really important subject for an awful lot of people, and I've mentioned it before in other videos that all 158 of you out there have watched, or one of you has just watched 158 times. Either way, the fact that I'm connecting with somebody is why I'm doing this. Starting to ramble again. The cost of retirement. I can't explain it enough. Not explain it, that's condescending. You don't need explaining to. I just think it's always good to hear somebody talk about their experience in a subject that a lot of people are interested in early retirement. And the conclusion I have come to lately is, let's say you want to retire early. Let's say that's 50, 55, or even 60 these days is still early for retirement. I think you need to have that plan or have that desire from when you're about 40 or 45 onwards. And if it's a very strong feeling that you have about it, and you know in your very core that you really, really want to do that, retire early, and you're committed to it, you kind of need to break the mold and be thinking that when you're about 40, 45, and commit to the idea, commit to the concept, and start saving. I can't stress it enough. when you early retire, you need to have as much money as possible. I've said it before, if you're already wealthy, fair play to you, great. If you've a few pensions, a couple of nice private pensions, you know, and you've got your state pension to look forward to as well, great, you're all good. But some of us haven't. And what I see some people doing is they just sell up. Boom, that's it. Sell up, cash in, gone. Usually out to the countryside. Nobody really ever seems to retire early and stay in their home, in the city or the town, or do they? Maybe they do. You know, but it just seems to be a common pattern that people want to get out to the country, at least here in Ireland anyway. So a lot of people will just sell up out of the city, out to the country. Maybe it's where they originally come from. They move out back to their home counties, you know, where their family comes from or wherever. And but they don't plan ahead too much. And a year or a couple of years in, they find themselves in a bit of a conundrum. You know, what am I going to do about money and income? So anybody that's watching this and you're 40, 45, and if you were like me, I was thinking about doing something like what I'm actually doing now at 57. I've been thinking about this. I've always wanted to do this since I was about 16. And I'm not saying that I was preparing for it then and saving and planning for it. I wasn't, I was a kid. But I always knew I don't like this life in the city full of millions of people. And in this rat race, working every hour I can for somebody else, for a bit of money at the end of the week that I don't get to save much from and do much with, and the whole concept, you know, whether you call it the matrix, the rat race, the system, the machine, the whatever, you know, it's just normal life for a lot of people, isn't it? But I was never comfortable with it, and I always knew I wanted to do something like this. And but I never did, and even when I was 40 and 45 I never did. But I wish I had have dug deep and tested my commitment to this concept, to this plan, and I would have saved and saved and saved, and this would have been my life's goal. Now, circumstances panned out for us in a way which helped. It wasn't all easy. There were a lot of rough times, a lot of heavy, dark times to get to where we are today, but we got here. But I certainly would have started planning much earlier in life and committing to it and making sure I was good to go. So you definitely got to start thinking about what happens when you get out here to the country, to your new home, wherever. Is there a mortgage on it? Is there rent? You've got bills to pay, you've got food to buy, you've got fuel for your car. Everything that you have to pay for in the city, you have to pay for out here as well, in the country. That doesn't stop. So calculate your weekly and then your monthly and your yearly budget and make sure that you have that, and that you can lock it away, and then anything else you have left, that's yours. That's your disposable money, if you like. But budget again, and make sure you can secure that money, or that you have it, or you have a means of getting it year in, year out. And you don't want to retire and have the excitement and the novelty of not working and just being able to chill and rest and live the life you've dreamed of, only for it to last a couple of years, and then you find yourself stuck financially, and in the black hole of debt or worry about finances and everything that involves. So plan ahead, plan again, commit to the idea, to the plan, and save as much as you can. That would be my advice. So for me and the dogs, I'll see you later.